Welcome back. October 15th, 2017, a life-altering day for a Lansing man.
Joe Zimmerman was playing hockey at Suburban Ice in East Lansing when he suddenly went down.
But as you'll see in this week's Tell Me Something Good reports, some key players were there to help.
I remember being a little short-breathed and kind of feeling like maybe this is heartburn.
It wasn't heartburn. It was the beginning of a heart attack. Look at the bottom of your screen. You can see Joe Zimmerman skate off the ice during a game at Suburban Ice. He takes a seat on the bench, then topples over.
I was the goalie. I was still on the ice when I heard some of our teammates hollering on the bench.
The guy sitting next to me started screaming. I saw Joe go down, and it just, something struck me that wasn't right.
911, where's your emergency?
We have an issue at the Suburban Ice.
Okay, what's going on there?
Possible heart attack, I guess.
Like a power play they'd practiced dozens of times, Scott Brooks, Rick Miller, and Brian Gockel immediately got to work.
When I initially got to him, he had a pulse, and so we were working on just monitoring that. All of a sudden, he started agonally breathing, which that's gasping for air, basically. Okay. And when he does that, generally speaking, that's when they're losing a pulse.
Come on, this is not going to really happen today, is it?
And then we lost it.
First, CPR. Then a shock from an AED. Still no pulse. More chest compressions. 7 minutes in, they move Joe to get more room to work. Finally, 8 minutes after Joe first went down,
I mean, how lucky is Joe?
He's very lucky. I think the combination of CPR and AED here were definitely the difference.
It just worked out perfect.
How you doing, Joe? How you doing, Joe? Can you hear me? Yeah, just okay. He's communicating with us. All right, stay with us.
Oh, I'm absolutely lucky these guys were here, and there was an AED in the rink, and they knew what to do.
And these guys make up an all-star team. Brooks, a sergeant at the Eaton County Sheriff's Office, Miller, an emergency room nurse at McLaren, and Gockel, a retired Lansing firefighter and paramedic. And in the game of life, you couldn't pick better players.
And the guys wanted me to mention that there were a lot of other people helping out that day as well, as you could see in the video. And Joe's biggest message after all of this is learn CPR. Learn how to use an AED, because you never know when that knowledge will be needed.
Also, never give up.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was. For tonight's Tell Me Something Good, a viral video sent me to Hazlitt where some local garbage men were caught on camera going above and beyond while on the job, and in doing so made a special 14-year-old really happy. Enjoy.
People will say, well, what music is he dancing to? He looks so happy. I said, there's no music. He's just having a ball dancing.
This is CJ Reamer's after-school routine. He gets off his school bus and dances down the driveway. The 14-year-old's been busting moves since September.
Like dabs and cool, and you're sipping do like that and floss and like that.
It started when school started. He would get off the bus, and he, you know, a lot of kids at that age like their independence. Mom, don't come out and check on me. So I would just kind of wave to the bus driver, and I would hide behind the tree because I'm like, hey, I'm here. And then all of a sudden he would start dancing down the driveway. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to video that.
It's fun. It makes people happy.
Yeah, it's making a lot of people happy.
Yes.
A lot of people, thanks in part to some unlikely dance partners.
Show him the dance, CJ! Do it!
This video has been viewed more than 5,000 times.
The Grangers were here taking the garbage for us, and they asked me why I was out there, and I said, well, my son's getting off the bus, and he loves to dance down the driveway. Do you want to join him? And they said, sure.
All right! Thank you, Granger!
Since then, Corey and Joey joined CJ a few more times. They swing by every Tuesday, and sometimes it times out perfectly.
Do either of you have any dancing experience?
No, not at all. No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. It takes 5 minutes to make somebody's day, and I guess not a big deal, really. Yeah. Just something fun. We enjoy it.
And I hear your dance moves are getting better and better, according to CJ's
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Here are these two, kind of big burly garbage men willing to do that. Yeah. And they let their guard down. I'm very proud of them for doing that. They to take the time to try and bring some happiness to one of our customers means a lot.
News of the driveway dance is spreading. CJ's mom and dad, other family members, friends, even neighbors have all gotten in on the fun.
I'm bringing up through here.
And I couldn't leave without taking a turn too.
Put the items in the shopping cart. Pull it off the shelf.
He's amazing, and he teaches us, don't sweat the small stuff, live life in love.
Don't you?
Yes.
An important lesson from a 14-year-old about the delightful things that can happen when you dance to the beat of your own drum.
And CJ loves dancing with the Grangers so much that he actually skipped one of his basketball practices to dance with them. He also loves MSU, and CJ told me he would absolutely love to dance down his driveway with 3 specific Spartans: Sparty, Joshua Langford, and Cam Chambers. So if you're watching tonight, guys, get in touch with me. In December of 2016, 6 News told you about an amazing rescue in Eaton County.
A sheriff's deputy ran into a burning home and carried a family of 3 to safety. The whole thing was caught on his body camera.
In this week's Tell Me Something Good report, I sat down with that deputy who just became the 2nd person ever in Michigan to receive the Law Enforcement Congressional Badge of Bravery.
Thinking about getting killed every day it's not healthy. We know it's there. But we just have to do our job.
The only thought going through Deputy Andrew Jenkins's mind when he saw this Delta Township house on fire with a family trapped inside was go in and get them out.
Get out of the house.
We can't.
He was the first emergency responder on the scene.
We got people trapped inside. Get out, come on.
We can't.
Why?
She can't walk.
Jenkins saw a mom and daughter first near the door, and further into the home, the father on the floor, unable to move.
Okay, I'll get you out.
His clothes were completely gone, and I could see he was burned. There was a large amount of fire between him and where I was, so I had to go to him first.
I got everybody out.
Yeah, everybody's out.
Nobody's left inside.
As soon as I get out the door with the father, the whole room just engulfs and fire's blowing out the front door. And as I'm dragging the father down the front sidewalk, you can see the first firefighter getting to the door, and it would have been too late.
Get out, come on.
We can't.
Everyone made it out alive, and Deputy Jenkins risked his life to do it. That's why this morning he was given the Congressional Badge of Bravery by Michigan Senators Gary Peters and Debbie Stabenow.
Thank you for your service. We know you will continue to serve us well in the years ahead, and we believe that you represent the best of the best of a great group of law enforcement officials. Congratulations on this award.
I've learned that each day that you go to work could be your last. Each day brings new challenges and something different from the last. We continue to do the job day in and day out because we believe in the fight for the greater good, and it's what we do.
I got 1 injured!
You didn't get into this business to win awards.
No, I didn't. I got into it to make a difference and just keep people safe.
Get out, come on.
We can't.
Why?
She can't walk.
Yeah, we put on the uniform every day, and every day is different. Fortunately for me, before I was a police officer in Virginia, I did some volunteer firefighting. So that's how I knew how rapidly a fire can grow. I was in the right place at the right time.
I got 1 injured!
And because of that amazing rescue, Deputy Jenkins has received a number of other awards locally as well. Of course, so pretty amazing stuff, and congratulations to him.
Emotional. Every time I watch one of these stories you put together, it's pretty emotional. I mean,
Yeah.
that's amazing stuff. You did tell us something good. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Norma. Welcome back. We here at WLNS wanted to spend a few minutes tonight to recognize one of our own who has dedicated decades of his life to delivering important news and information to local communities. Today is Norm Stanglin's last day here at TV6. He's retiring. Norm, surprise! You're the focus of tonight's Tell Me Something Good.
He's a big fan of the coffee in the morning and actually all hours of the day.
For nearly 9 years, Norm Stanglin has been the assistant news director for WLNS TV6. He's had an open door policy, literally because his office doesn't have a door. It's been great for us. We can walk in, ask for story approval, get advice, ask questions, and yes, even vent from time to time. For the most part, he manages to keep his rosy disposition.
He's always happy. His disposition is what I'm really going to miss the most.
Some jokes were great, some were pretty bad jokes.
Like the time when I told you I was running late due to an emergency and you asked me if I was going to be passing at Tim Hortons on the way in.
Norm has had some epic battles in the newsroom over the years, fighting with everything from the fax machine to the photocopier to the printers.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Norm Stanglin.
Norm's reliable and was always on call, which came in handy when an employee overslept, we won't name any names, and our morning show didn't have an anchor.
Appeared to be negotiating with a man who refuses to leave his house.
When we feel like we have questions, at least me personally, I call Norm first because I'm pretty sure he'll always have the answer. Sometimes he does.
And Norm was the perfect candidate when we needed a reporter to appeal to the men in our audience.
We're tough. We think we can stick it out. We balk at going to doctors. We rustle bears. We cut down trees. We go hunting.
You're kind of like the dad, the cool dad of the newsroom.
Here at TV6, Norm spent countless hours at his desk, on the phone, and at the whiteboard, all things he did long before coming here. Norm started his broadcasting career in radio, bouncing from stations in several states and ending up in Indiana, then making the sudden switch to TV. With that face, that hair, why not, right?
Norm has a twinkle in his eye.
I do like Norm's smile. It's cute.
Norm spent decades delivering the morning news in South Bend, then got moved to evenings, became an assistant news director, then news director, before heading north to navigate news in Lansing.
A fire on the scanner, we were there, even though it might be just someone cooking on the stove. We were still going.
And it will be a little weird not being sent out to every little fender bender. Norm, they just barely scratched the bumper. I don't care, we gotta get out there.
When Norm started here, we were the solid #2 rated station in basically a 2-station market. We could not have become #1 without everything that Norm has done to help make this station and this newsroom and all the people who work here better. But better than that is having a guy like Norm who is friendly and witty and sarcastic and everything that you could want in a coworker.
Today, Norm ends his robust broadcasting career in Lansing, but whether it was 9 years or 9 days with us, I think it's obvious by now he leaves a lasting impression.
He will definitely be missed here.
I couldn't ask for a better mentor.
Thank you for believing in me and trusting me.
We're going to miss you, Norm. Enjoy your retirement.
And here's a live look from our newsroom at the one and only Norm Stanglin. Norm, from all of us here at TV6, we are going to miss you, but no, we'll always be here for you. Thanks for watching 6 News at 5:30. We will be right back with lots more.